Today on Getting Real with the Housewives, Karen Huger is released from jail early as the Potomac trailer drops. Plus, Kiki Monique tells us her side of the story as Heather and Terry lose millions on their home. Plus, Harry Styles and Carol Roswell together? Well, we have all the details. We got that plus so much more in today's Getting Real with the Housewives. Hey everyone, and welcome to Getting Real with the Housewives. Let's start with Karen Huger because she was released from jail months early. We confirmed that she left Montgomery County Detention Center on September 2nd, and she has been serving time since February after her DUI and DWI conviction, which was tied to a March 2024 car accident. Well, police at the time said Karen crashed her Maserati after driving in an aggressive manner, striking signs in a Potomac intersection. Following the crash, Karen admitted she was emotional, saying, "With the passing of my beloved mother, grief comes and goes in waves. I swerved to avoid a head-on collision, hit the divider, and then a tree. She said, I'm hurt, bruised up a bit, but so grateful I am alive." She was sentenced to 2 years with 1 year suspended, but she's now walking free after just over 6 months. So glad to see that Karen is out. You know, she did her time. I'm sure she understands the magnitude of what she did. Well, hopefully she does, but, you know, hopefully she's got a long road ahead. There were some rumors that there were some Bravo cameras there. We didn't confirm that, but I'm sure that we will see what's next for Karen in the upcoming season of Potomac. But however, she wasn't fully in season 10 of The Real Housewives of Potomac, but she was still front and center. Bravo just dropped the trailer for the upcoming season with Giselle penning a playful note to her jailed castmate saying, "Dear Karen, not a day goes by where I don't think about you. I need some help with these hoes. Love you, Giselle." Like we said, Karen began her sentence in February, and the drama really hasn't slowed down since then. Stacey Rush admits in New York, "I lied," prompting Giselle to clap back. "You lied for years," while Ashley Darby piles on with "Get out of here with your size 11 shoes." I love the Potomac ladies. And when rumors swirl that Stacey's chasing Monique Samuel's ex, Monique shoots it down herself, saying, "Yeah, my ex-husband, no, we ain't doing that." So it seems Stacey is definitely involved in the rush. We got some new housewives, Tia Glover and Angel Massey. They join the mix. And like we said, Karen is released, so maybe we'll see if we see, you know, her picking back up where she left off life. I know that they've shot most of the show, so maybe we'll see something at the end. But we have to get an update on how Karen is doing because Giselle said that she was running that thing, so nothing really surprises me. Moving on to my favorite story of the week, Harry Styles had his own fairy tale moment in Paris and Housewives moment. While attending the wedding of Charles Porch and Robert Denning, Harry noticed that Carol Roswell was struggling to maneuver her flowing Giambattista Valli gown up a staircase. I love that they're guests at the same wedding. He stepped in, offered his arm, and thankfully for wedding guest Cassandra Gray, she was there to capture the moment. She shared it on Instagram, posting photos of the pop star looking very chic in a classic black and white suit with a polka dot tie, guiding Carol as she lifted her train. Fans, including myself, loved the gesture, which quickly became one of the event's highlights. In my book, the only highlight. I'm sure the wedding was great, but this is a crossover we didn't know that we needed. Love to see it. All right, well, Kiki Monique is setting the record straight on her Real Housewives of Orange County drama with Kody. During season 19, I'm sure you've been keeping up, but Tamara accused Kody of telling Kiki a bombshell rumor about Gretchen Rossi and the infamous naked wasted dinner back in 2013. Well, on camera, Kody denied it, but now Kiki actually tells us that Kody did bring it up over lunch last October, saying Gretchen ended up hospitalized and drugs were found in her system. Kiki says that she was floored by the claim, insists Kody never asked her to spread it, says she knows I'm not a liar, but instead she has chosen to double, triple down, and then she went so far as to block me. As for Gretchen, she denied ever saying it and was horrified when Kiki told her about it. The fallout continues with Kiki adding, "To have my reputation ripped away in an instant because somebody wants to call you a liar is the most hurtful thing." I mean, it keeps piling on to Kady. You know, we spoke to her about her lunch with Kiki, and this is what she told us about it.
You go to this lunch with Heather and Gina, and again, more information. Tamara says that you had lunch with Kiki.
Right.
You did, which you
I
did
did
it too.
Yep,
and
I did.
but like, and then there was information that was brought to her about Tamara and Gretchen. That did not happen.
That did not happen. Kiki and I were at lunch for 45 minutes to an hour maybe, and we talked about how I felt about the season. Yeah. Again, it was literally about me. And she actually brought her friend who does post-edit for Bravo. Okay. So he had actually seen the finale episode before I had. So he was giving me information about how the finale looked for me. So I was like, oh wow, you've seen it. So we were talking about how Matt was with Shannon in that moment when he and Shannon had a little think. And so I was like, how was it? Because she came out and told me, oh, your husband attacked me, or whatever word she used. And he was like, your husband absolutely did not do that. He was very calm. So we were mostly talking about that. And then I had to run out and grab my son from school, and she bought my sushi because I had to run, and I thanked her for lunch after. And that was it.
And that was it.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a long road back for Kody. You know, she's not going to be filming with the girls as much anymore going forward. So, I mean, I don't really know where she fits in with this group. I know that Tamra may be still, you know, on her side a bit, but this is going to be a long road back for her. Well, keeping it in Orange County, and if you remember, Noella Bergener, she was on the show a few years back. Well, she secretly tied the knot. And now, just 6 months later, she's calling it quits. Us Weekly confirmed that on July 28th, Noella filed for divorce from Robert Bobby Shabensky, listing their wedding date as December 30th, 2024, and their split as June 1st, 2025. She cited irreconcilable differences and noted that they share no children. Fans will remember Noella announced her engagement to Bobby back in October 2023, writing on Instagram, "My heart is full and my hand is heavy." At the OC season 16 reunion, she even revealed Bobby had bought her an adult toy marketplace company, True Love. This latest filing comes as Noella continues her legal battles with ex-husband James Bergener, whom she shares her son James with. Noella hasn't appeared on OC since season 16, but she's still making headlines with her whirlwind personal life. You know, she was going through a really tough time when she was on the show. Her divorce was just kind of getting started. Her split was getting started. So sad to see that this one didn't work out for her as well. All right. Lots of news coming out of OC this week, including Heather and Terry Dubrow, who are opening up about the major loss they took on their Beverly Hills estate. On their Between Us podcast, Terry admitted, "We lost $5.8 million. It was a gigantic fail. So if you don't like us, congratulations. We bombed. We got killed on that house." So the couple bought the mansion for $16.1 million back in 2023. Listed it for $25 million earlier this year, and ultimately sold it for $16.5 million, barely breaking even before taxes, fees, and renovations. Heather explained they walked away due to skyrocketing renovation costs, asbestos issues, and the fact that most of their kids no longer live at home. She called it hard to not see the project through, but admitted that the house wasn't viable for their family. For now, they are chalking it up to a tough lesson in luxury real estate learned. I mean, I'm sure Terry and Heather Dubrow will be just fine. I mean, they opened up on the show that they're still looking for their forever family home, but kind of want to see where their kids are going to end up. But you win some, you lose some. All right, well, that is it for this week's episode of Getting Real with the Housewives. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, and I'll see you next week.